Imagine you're a settler in the early 1600s. You've crossed the Atlantic Ocean for a new life in America. You've built a home and started a family. You're planting crops, hoping for a bountiful harvest. You have everything you need to build a future. Then one day your child comes running inside, breathless and scared. She told you that when she was playing by the water, she saw the other villagers running away from the coast, carrying their children and abandoning their homes. Before she could ask any questions, they were gone. So now what? Do you stay in the village and hope your neighbors come back? Do you try to find them? Or do you run away yourself? Welcome to my channel. This is the first episode in our series about the Lost Colony of Roanoke. Over the next few episodes, we'll tell you all about this mysterious colony and some of the theories about what happened to it. So make sure to hit subscribe so you don't miss any new episodes. And if you want to learn more about the fascinating history of the Americas, stay tuned for more information. Now let's go back to that mysterious colony. In the late 1500s, England wanted to establish a colony in America. The king granted a noble named Sir Walter Raleigh permission to create a settlement in present-day North Carolina. 3 years later, a group of about 115 settlers arrived on Roanoke Island with plans to build an English town. But within a few months, they were out of food and supplies. So the governor, John White, sailed back to England to get more. He promised to return as soon as he could and left the colony in the hands of his friend, Governor John Dare. But in 1587, a war broke out between England and Spain, which meant John White couldn't return to America right away. Food became scarce, and the colonists were starving. An uneasy peace with the local Native Americans didn't help. Governor Dare and his wife were born into wealth, but they offended the local chief by refusing to accept their gifts. It wasn't long before the colonists were in desperate need of food, medicine, and help. When John White finally returned to Roanoke in 1590, 3 years after he'd left, he hoped to find a thriving settlement. Instead, he found an abandoned village. All of the houses had been torn down, the fort dismantled. Most of the livestock were gone, and worst of all, no colonists were there. White searched the area for the missing settlers, but he didn't find any bodies or any signs of struggle. There didn't seem to be any obvious threats, like a battle with Native Americans or a hurricane that washed the settlers away. They simply vanished. There was one clue, though. On a post near the entrance to the fort, someone had carved the word CROATOAN. It was the name of an island about 20 miles away, home to a Native American tribe. At the time, there were 3 main theories to explain what happened to the colonists. The most popular one said that the settlers had moved to CROATOAN Island. Maybe they'd gone there for supplies and never come back. Or maybe they'd gone there to live with the Native American tribe. This theory seemed likely because the tribe was friendly with the settlers, and they had a tradition of helping ships that wrecked along their coast. Plus, when John White sailed to CROATOAN Island, he found fresh signs of the colonists there, like an axe and a kettle. But there was a problem with this theory. A storm quickly forced White's ships back to sea. He never got a chance to search the entire island. And the mystery of Roanoke remained unsolved. We still don't know exactly what happened to the colonists. But over the years, more clues have turned up. Archaeologists have uncovered English and Native American artifacts together, suggesting the two groups may have lived side by side. Some native oral histories mention Europeans joining their communities, and one story says that the newcomers had a fort and were skilled hunters, just like the settlers of Roanoke. Could this be the lost colony? We don't know for sure. Today, experts are still debating what happened to the colonists of Roanoke. Did they move to CROATOAN Island or stay in the area? Did they try to sail back to England and get lost at sea? Or did they face conflict with Native Americans? And what happened to the word CROATOAN? Was it a clue left behind by the colonists or something else? These are just a few of the questions we'll explore in future episodes. Before we go, here's a question for you. If you were a settler at Roanoke, what would you do when you heard the others had left town? Let us know in the comments below. And while you're there, don't forget to hit subscribe for more information. Thanks for watching. See you next time.